Thanks for joining Casey and I here on Rail Moments, where we are trackside at the at the south end of the DeButts Yard, second largest classification yard of its type in the Norfolk Southern system. And we are just at the soccer fields, the UTC soccer fields, in the parking lot for that complex. And we're waiting for them to, what looks like they're finishing up getting this southbound train headed to go on out. Hopefully they get him set and situated and out the end of the yard before our train gets here, because he's blocking our way. How dare he? There's a PTI car going past over there. So, like I said, hopefully we'll get to see them. They were working on the DPU there a little bit ago, and they've now left in the Toyota. And so let's just kind of get ready. They will bring 8102 down to this end normally, and we're going to go with the assumption all that's going to happen like normally, where we have pretty much spent the morning waiting on the Pennsylvania 8102 to go 13 miles from Ottawa to here. Could be a couple miles less, couple miles more. A little bit of air going through that line. Could be releasing. So let's just kind of see what unfolds here. We've had a couple intermodals go by on the pass-through tracks. If this is your first time with us here at the DeButts Yard at what is considered the south end, and that way, as we stand at the moment, really is west and east that way. But they do call this the south end because pretty much everything that goes out of here goes on down to Alabama, Mississippi, etc. I do have a scanner on, and that's the bird cam scanner we're listening to. Sounds like we've got a CSX going past over there, but we're using that currently. And we're going to trim a couple weeds here, and then we'll get back to chatting with you all. But this is the different rails that they'll use for switching down here. The CSX and NS pass-through lines are over on that side, kind of blocked by our train that's here, but he is interwoven out. So my guess is they're putting him together and he will go out that end of the yard. But either or, we need him to get out of the way so we can get our 8102 in here. So let's kind of sit tight, see what happens while we wait for the Pennsylvania to arrive. I said I'm going to trim a couple weeds, then I'll take any questions y'all have, and then we'll just kind of hang out. It's been a little quiet since it's probably been 3 hours since we got to watch the cleanup effort out at Bootleggers Crossing with that massive, and when I say massive, magnet on the end of that crane mounted on that truck. That was pretty cool. Glad we got to catch that. We've got an opening there, some flatbed cars, so we can see what's coming and going. If we need to, we'll just zoom in over there. So sit back, relax, and looking under the train. And we'll try and keep you up to date on the action. Like I said, I do hear air going through, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on what happens here next. And when you're in the rail yard, there's always some kind of action. It comes, it goes, but that's part of the rail fan experience. Y'all listen close, you might hear that air pressure. We have a slight breeze, so I got the dead cat on. Y'all sit tight for a moment. We're going to get a couple of these weeds out of the way. And we'll be ready for action right here at the DeButts Yard with Casey and I on Real Moments. Thanks everybody for being with us. Any questions y'all have, just shout them out. We only have a couple rules on this channel. 1, have fun. 2, if the scanner starts to talk, I try to hush so we can hear what's being said. And last, if you see any units go by, shout out the model power that you see and just have fun with this. So there you can see the mid DPU on this train that they've put together. Bunch of auto racks down that way. Some new railroad timbers right here. So while we got you on Zoom, we're just going to kind of look down towards the entrance to the fuel racks where you see that blue flashing light. That is where the derail is. And there's a sign there that says you better not go past this point. We'll talk about that a little bit more here after, but in the meantime, there's the fuel rack derails, our assembled train. Like I said, I'll be right back. I thought we were going to do some weed management while they were all kind of dead before they start growing. But battery's dead. So no weed eating at this stop today. As we await 8102, the Pennsylvania, make its way here to us. And hopefully this train on its way out of the yard. So, y'all sit back, relax. Like I said, we'll have fun with this, and we'll catch something moving down here at this end of the yard. The sun is starting to pop out as we've waited all morning. Our load of railroad ties. Can't quite read it from here, but a little bit of color on the side of that boxcar. And those empty intermodal units, bases. On the far side there are the pass-through tracks for both CSX and through the NS yard. Yeah, looks like our Toyota's back.
Is it in the yard yet? He's coming in the yard right now. I saw him. I guess you got your neighbor called.
Hey everybody, Noah just joined us. You saw our train at the other end or in the middle?
Wait, where is it?
102, where'd you see?
It was coming up the west inbound.
Coming up the west inbound, so we know he's there. And we were just talking about, we need this train to get out of the way. And look,
It literally moved right when you said it.
I mean, literally, the moment we said it. So now we got a good, clear, open field. Let's kind of focus on this. And the action's going to begin right here. Talk about timing.
That was moving pretty fast.
Gotta get us a spot opened up here. Oh, okay. AC 44C 6M, mid DPU.
What was that?
That's my scanner.
Ads.
It's the bird cam on, but every now and then picks commercials up.
A lot of auto racks.
Got some artwork there by BEWK.
Yes, Mexico.
It's like the artwork train. ASKA or O, you decide. Hey, check out this guy. BNSF going on the other side. coal train. Hey, now here's some artwork. Check this out, you guys. Makes you want to open a Corona. Cactus, the beach. Just missing a cowboy in that picture. See our coal train on the pass through over there. Straight across, look between.
That'd be the main line.
And what is this in the middle? It's a flying diamond with a hat. I have no idea. Beats what we've had. Now here's somebody that was pretty tall. Here and there, they stood on each other's shoulders. Gotta love that color. That looks like it was painted last night.
That train terminates Chattanooga. So yeah, we'll see them right here. I gotta come on this track to yard anyway.
Kind of looked like George Jackson. And how many times have we seen this? NYKE. Always top to bottom. Hey, there goes Noah, N-O-A-H. Hey, John. Looky, or Loki. There's Lolly, Dion, and there's a double ho-ho if those are an H and an O. from our end of train DPUs on that coal train. Headed east. .8465 and 1046. Passing through the yard.
Maybe this train that I saw.
Okie doke. It's good to see you. Yell if you need anything.
I will.
Don't work too hard today.
I hope not.
And they're sitting in front of us.
I'll go find out for you.
All right, thanks. Locomotive 4849. And 1166 on that train. Sitting there on the other side of our now outbound train. And he is running. Perfect time.
That's great information.
You outdid yourself. Well, everybody, guess what Noah just found for us? Y'all watch now.
I was checking earlier. thank you. I was saying that you're welcome for helping me get that shot.
I appreciate that. I owe you. Have a good day at work. Trying to get life force for y'all there. There we go. As he comes in for a landing here at Erlanger. That is life force flying in. Where he lands there at the hospital. And back to the action as they begin the process of breaking down this train. NS train 127 coming into the yard. As you see, the conductor setting those brakes before they break that train at that point. And additional action. Look at this, guys. Here comes the train crew. For locomotive 4849 as they mount their locomotive. Park brake sticks as they spin those wheels with those sticks that they carry. Our conductor has set the wheel brakes as he spun that wheel we were just talking about. And then they'll separate that train. At that point, as you saw, he had the manifest in his hand where to break that train apart. As they break down train NS 127 terminating here at the DeButts Yard, where we will see the Pennsylvania work him back and forth. And here it comes. Got it. Hype. You read the rest. We'll continue to follow our conductor while he communicates with the engineer as they move this train and switch him back into the yard. And when they're done with that process, you'll see our locomotives go back to the fuel racks. There he is at the next switch. It's like weaving a pattern as they break that train apart, as it 127 does terminate here. They're dropping those cars on the different rail lines where the autonomous locomotives will come out, pick them up, take them back. They were here earlier. And you see he's using X stick to set that brake as he spins the wheel. Says I'm having to go up. And you just hook it on, spin her around. And just that quick, the brakes are set on that car. They're gonna brake that train right where that DPU, that mid DPU is. Pull him off. Part of the process for a train. It terminates here. And it looks like they brought a crew out to do that. Let's see if I'm right, and they separate him at that point. Hopefully we'll get to see our Pensa unit again. 8102. While they move the rest of his train back into the yard, but there is a midpoint crossover they can use, but hopefully they'll bring the Pennsylvania back We can watch him go into the fuel rack as we watch him work this train. And we await the arrival of 152 also coming at us. So all of a sudden, lots going on here with us. Here at the south end of the DeButts Yard. Locomotive 4581. That's where they cut that train. AC 44C 6M. You see him reaffirm the track alignments there. Here comes the remote control locomotive. There's the gentleman that operates it. And here comes our train back across the switch they just tossed. Our remote control locomotive and slug number 861 for traction and power. They're on the other side of this train. And now it's going to be time to separate. I'm going to say our next project is going to be separate 4581. They'll then leave him sit there, back the rest of this train into another track, and then come back and pick him up, take him to the fuel rack. In the meantime, landing again, Life Force at Erlanger Medical Complex. They're on 3rd Street. as we return our attention back to 4581. And there you heard it. They just cut the air to 4581. Separate it from the train. They'll then pull this train forward, back it in on another track, and then the two lead locomotives will come back, pick him up, and all three will reverse back into the yard to the fuel depot. Still looking for the Pennsylvania to return. I haven't seen it go into the fuel yard. I haven't seen it go into the fuel rack area. So hopefully he's going to come back down here yet. Over on the far side, Locomotive 7622 and 4416 inching forward. And ES 44 DC and ACH. Sorry, I got distracted there. At ACH 44C 6M. We're back to getting ready to reverse this train. He just verified 7622 over on the pass through. Watching him verify his alignments, making sure he's good. 7622 making his way out the south end. And the train makes its way across the switch as we transmit to you in a full 5-bar 4G a full 5-bar 5G format to y'all today. I hope this looks so good you can see the fly sitting above that TBOX. And the pictures are a livid color for you. Look at all this. Train passing over on the far side, our separated DPU, backing the rest of the train in over beside him on the track next to him. as we watch and see what exactly ends up being the program. There goes the Golden Beaver over on the far side. On that rail car. The auto rack just going underneath the overpass there. And now there's a second train passing our NS train over on the far side. It looks like a coal train on the CSX track going westbound. So we've got two, if you can see them right there, two westbounds going through on the pass-through tracks. So, over on the far side again, just to recap real quick, we have a westbound CSX. We have a westbound NS. They have separated the DPU from this train in front of us as the train crews continue to work on this. And it looks like they have reconnected the rest of the train. John, I'm glad to see you got that for him. Thank you very much. And our train begins to reverse. .4581. They're on the other track. And also starting to come our way, it looks like we have another NS engine. As you can see, he is rolling our way as well. Looks like they just dropped his train, if I'm not mistaken. There at the far end. Well, not the far end, but just down away from us, down past the fuel racks. Looks like that could be locomotive 7712 possibly. Making its way here. Our coal train has stopped over on the far side. Our other westbound is continuing to roll. And that is Locomotive 7712 that's sitting there. And it might be 9976 that he's coupled with. Can't quite make it out. Looks like next we're gonna pick up 4581, that mid DPU. Again, checking the tracks, following procedure to prevent errors and injury and all those bad things. As he throws the switch, resets the alignment, verifies, we should now see 1166 couple up to 4581. And that is exactly what is about to happen. AC 44C 6M, Locomotive 4849, there in front of you. But you know that already, don't you, John? John's always faster than I am. I never get it right. And And the gentleman that was throwing the switches has climbed on board and shut the front door of 4849. That's an awfully clean railroad truck. Yes, that was me sneezing, sorry. Probably a couple more yet to come, sorry. SD70ACE. Locomotive 1166. And they are now coupled to 4581. AC 44C6M. As the three make their way down. They'll be reversing back into the fuel rack shortly. Sorry, we do not have a scanner today, so you can hear all this communication occurring. Once those three locomotives are past that switch, it will follow the procedure that you've been watching as he verifies them. And over on the far side, our coal train starting to move westbound. Switch throwing. He's told the engineer we're ready to reverse, and they're both are going to get on board and roll back our way. CSX line over there with the coal train rolling on it. Turning in towards us. And next up, as they reverse back, 7712. And we begin the switching process again. And 9976. So 7712 and 9976 and ES 44 DC. And the D-944C. Is that a W, John? Everybody's going the other way. Whoa, check that out. That's a lot of artwork. Wow. Look at that style. The talent to do that. Unreal. Look, check out this guy. In the meantime, here comes Dank. And there goes all of our locomotives. Not sure what that's supposed to be. I'll let you figure it out, you guys. As they go around the corner down there, for those of you familiar with the area, they are going past the National Cemetery. And out the south end. Wow, a little bit ago, or a little while ago, everybody was everywhere. We had people and trains and cars and locomotives and pickup trucks that are clean and eastbounds, westbounds, all going on down here at one time. And now our locomotives are headed on into the fuel rack that we saw, the group of 3. The least touch at this magnification just throws you all over the place. And there is the fuel rack area and our 3 locomotives that we just watched leave, reversing into that area. Everybody's kind of gotten quiet over on the practice fields. Looks like a lot of the folks are starting to leave. Now, if I can pull this off, there. A little bit higher than I wanted. Hang on. Like I said, all I gotta do is sneeze. There is the fuel rack notification sign. There are 2 deraillers on that track, and it says stop. Notify fuel rack supervisor before processing beyond this, before proceeding beyond this point. Notify fuel rack supervisor when movement has cleared derail. So, those are the rules. And right underneath that are the flashing blue lights and the 2 blue derail points there for the entrance to the fuel racks. And if you don't get permission to go in, it's gonna be like running into a steel gate. And then you're gonna be kaboom, off the rail, not where you wanna be I had gotten the sunglasses out, had them on for about 4 minutes. Haven't needed them since on this what's supposed to be a mostly sunny day. All has gotten very quiet down here. All right, let's see what's next. John, I think you've covered every question for everybody. Thank you very, very much for that. I always learn something after I read all your notes and answers. All right, we are looking eastward. For those of you familiar with the area, Coffee's Cliff is that way probably, I don't know, 4 miles, John, 5 miles. We are in the UTC soccer field practice soccer field parking lot. I really kind of thought we'd get to see the Pennsylvania come back one more time and reverse into the fuel rack, but with all the activity down here, they may have taken him in at the midpoint. Anybody knows? Let us know. We're going to hang for a moment, see if we get a little more action down here, because we are hoping to catch train NS 152 as he terminates here for a clean sweep of our day. So, anybody have any questions, ask away. If it's your first time with us, have a good time. Make sure you tell everybody you know. Appreciate all the thumbs ups, those likes. Tell Casey and I you've had a good day. If you've not already subscribed, please do so, because you never know where we're going to be live and what's going to happen next. As you saw, how to clean along a railroad track today. And that was really interesting this morning. If you haven't already watched while we sunrise out at Bootleggers Crossing, where the big truck arrived and cleaned up all the metal and rail, and they cut it in pieces and what have you, and just that quick, it was all gone. All right, I'm going to read all the notes and get caught up with everybody. And if we don't pick up some action here for long, we are going to find something to eat, regroup, regenerate, get ready for a little bit more action someplace. We just have to pick our next spot. So, like I said, give me a moment. If you haven't subscribed, now's a fantastic time to do so. And I'm going to let you all continue to look east. And I'm going to read everybody's notes. Hey, John. Hey, Robert. Hello, everybody. Hey, thanks for being with us here on Rail Moments Trackside. With all the action this morning, where we started off chasing the Pennsylvania 8102, and then we ended up with all the extras. John, thanks for keeping everybody up to date on everything. Robert, thanks for being with us. Like I said, I think we're going to go ahead. Everybody has left me. There's nothing here. Even the pigeons are gone. So we're going to try and pick up another spot. We're not done for the day. And since you guys are all subscribed, you'll hear or you'll see when we go live again. So we're going to move, try and find another spot, and have some more train action. So I will see you guys at the next crossing, trackside, here on Rail Moments before long. Like I said, not sure where. My train 152 is on the other side of town. I'd like to catch him today. So we're going to find somewhere with something going on. It's a little slow in and out on the other end. They're a little jammed up because it's single track over there between Summit and Jersey. And that's about all I know, unless you guys got something to add. Let me see. John, congratulations on the card yesterday. All right, everybody. I will see you guys before long. And again, thank you very much for hanging out with me today here at the south end of the DeButts Yard. See y'all soon.